The weird route in Deltarune is very interesting. For those who don't know, the weird route, or the Snowgrave route, is a secret route in Deltarune that makes you do some, quite frankly, horrible things to Noelle. Even when I've seen it so often, it still sends shivers down my spine. But I wonder, how does Kris experience these events? We use them to do all this horrific stuff to Noelle, but you have to wonder what they're thinking during all of this. This video will be a sort of retelling of Deltarune's weird route from Kris's perspective, detailing how I think they're feeling during the route. Before I dive in, I have to do all the usual YouTube stuff, like telling you to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and that I have a join button if you're interested in that. With that done, let's dive right in. The connection has been established. This being beyond your own comprehension now controls your actions. Despite that, you still understand how to control it, how to ensure things go exactly as you need. It feels strange, your own body moving without even thinking. It's hard to describe the experience as anything other than terrifying, even doing things you'd normally do, or even want to do. Watching as you commit these acts, you can't help but pray this experience ends quickly. It's just a week of your life that you'll be able to put behind you soon enough. The being moves you around your own house, often looking at a variety of things you already know about. It makes it a lot easier to explain them, at least. At certain points, you notice that you have control in your own body. You're able to get into your mum's car on your own. You're able to back away from Susie when she's threatening you. It's strange how you have control in very specific moments. These instances both seem to be moments when someone seems to be speaking to you. It seems their control of you is locked during these times. Maybe you could take advantage of that. Either way, things go normally for now. You enter the closet dark web with Susie, have the prophecy explained to you, travel around with Rouse, meet the teardrop kid. Everything seems completely normal. There is a moment that does strike you as interesting. The being commands you down to the lowest floor of the card castle once you finally reunite with Susie. There, you find a jester, a being who wishes for freedom. Funny, given your current situation. You reassemble the broken key and let them out to play, only to find yourself fighting to survive. But you win. Somehow. The jester becomes a scythe known as the Devil's Knife, and it's at that moment that you see it, a shadow crystal. You had heard about these in the prophecy, a shard of glass so clear that only its shadow is visible. It's said that collecting 5 of them can create something truly special, but you're not too worried about it. It does beg the question whether the being knew about this, or whether they're just one of those curious types. You make your way to King, fighting an intense battle on the rooftop, which you manage to win thanks to the power of Devil's Knife and Susie's Rudebuster attack. Rouse, showing his pacifism, heals the King, and that's when you knock down. Susie tries to resist, and you see King prepare an attack for her. This is it. Time to test your theory. You waste no time and rush in, barely managing to defend Susie with your shield. Of course, the King is more powerful than you could possibly imagine, and strikes both of you down with a surprise attack afterwards, pushing you away. But that doesn't matter. You've proven your theory. You can get some semblance of control when someone is speaking. The following events are things you just let happen. You defeat the King, seal the fountain, and promise Susie to head back in there tomorrow. You call your mom and tell her that you made a real friend before heading home and getting some sleep. A bit of rest is what you need after a long day, and what you need before a long night's work. You climb out of bed, before reaching into your chest, and ripping out your soul. You throw them in the cage and lock it, leaving the room and setting things up for tomorrow evening. You close the bathroom blinds, shuffle things around the cupboard beneath the sink, mess around with the couch cushions and ensure there's room to hide your soul in there, as well as plugging the old TV back in, explaining exactly what they need to do tomorrow. You explain that you are the Roaring Knight and they should never tell anyone your true identity. You know it's a lie, but it's easier than explaining yourself as an envoy for the night, or letting the true knight come into your house. Things would be complicated if your mum caught them. You decide to have an evening snack. You hadn't eaten all day after all. With that, you return to bed, resting before a new day. You wake up to the sound of your mum yelling at you for eating the whole pie last night. She jokes if she's going to have to lock the oven again, but maybe if she didn't want you eating all the pie, she shouldn't let you have your own knife. The day begins like normal. You head to school, meet with Susie, get a box of chalk, and head to Castletown, the name you gave to the Closet Dark World since you refused to call it by the name the rune suggests. It just makes you shiver. Rouse prepared a room for you and Susie, your own little sanctuary. It's a nice place. A place where you have your own achievements. A place where you can truly be you without the fear of being judged. But you can't stay here for long. You head into the library, and after a lot of interesting events, you end up in the city, separate from Susie and Rouse and with Noelle in tow. Deep down, you feel them. That being. They command you to head backwards. Back towards the trash zone. Along that route, they enter a few battles. Battles where you have no control over what you do. You watch as your sword turns into a shield and you hold it up to your chest, defending yourself. And you watch as your lips move on their own, commanding Noelle to cast Ice Shock. You watch as the ice begins forming around their feet and slowly climbs its way up the Darkness body. They fight to escape, but the ice shows no mercy and encases it whole. Before you even have time to process what you've done, you continue backwards, witnessing the same events again and again, until you finally reach a door in the trash zone. Kris? Why did you bring me here? No one's home. No one's around at all. It's so creepy. At the same time, it's kind of nostalgic. The events don't stop as you return to the city, being chased by police, cats, and other darkness as they all meet the same fate. You hold the shield up, your lips move, and the enemy is frozen. Eventually, you find this strange man, an Addison, as you recall from the prophecy. They offer you a pair of dating shoes, but Noelle insists you're not a couple. After a moment, your lips move again, and you tell them that you're something else, whatever that means. As you head to leave, they invite you back, selling something else. A freeze ring for the low price of $2,695 dark dollars. $1 dark dollar more than you can afford. But that doesn't stop the being inside you commanding that Noelle get it. Get it. Huh? Me? You were asking me to get it? Kris, come on, you know we can't afford that. Get it. What? Kris, I just told you, we don't have the money. What are you asking me to do? You weren't asking me to just... get it. Kris, no, not me, I could never... get it. You got the freeze ring. Thanks, Kris. You look at Noelle's finger and slide off the snow ring, sliding the new freeze ring on in its place. It looks like a wedding ring, just with the diamond replaced by a snow globe. As you head forward, you pause for a moment, processing the things that have just happened. Encasing everyone in ice, getting rings for Noelle. No. No! It can't be. They're doing this? This shouldn't be. The prophet said it could happen, but... No. There's still time. You have to stop it. You must. Without even thinking, your lips move again. And you simply say, it's natural. You have no clue why you said this, but Noelle seems to respond with some sense of understanding. Was she saying something? Not that you could ask anyway. Things progress as normal. You go through the city, up until you reach another puzzle. Being inside your chest doesn't relent, and insists Noelle solves the puzzle. How should we solve it this time? Proceed. How? There's nowhere to go. Kris, the path is blocked, isn't it? Proceed. Kris, what are you doing? Kris, is everything okay? Proceed. Kris, there's lightning in the way. If we move any further, I'll be... Kris, you didn't really hear what I said earlier, did you? You wouldn't let me... Proceed. Kris? Proceed. There, looks like I did it. You don't want to do this anymore. You don't want to be controlled anymore. You have to escape this as soon as you can. Stop this as soon as you can. But you felt strange when you moved your feet. Like, you weren't being controlled. Did you do that? Did you push Noelle close to the lightning? No, you wouldn't do that. You've pranked Noelle before, but you wouldn't try to kill her. No, it's them. It has to be them. Even knowing none of this is real, you'd never do this. It's taking things way too far. Being way too cruel. They're messing with your head. Making you think things you'd never think. You move forward, watching as the world before you is encased in ice. You watch as your feet move back to an alley with a trash can. And you speak to someone inside. A simple exchange. $1,997 dark dollars for a simple thorn ring. You repeat what you did before. Sliding off the freeze ring, and sliding on the thorn ring. You move forward and see him. Birdley. Your lips move again, commanding Noelle to proceed. The battle begins. You raise your shield and command Noelle to defend herself. She creates a wall of ice before her, and Birdley begins to attack. This process continues until, eventually, your lips no longer command Noelle to defend, but instead command her to cast a spell known as Snowgrave. Snowgrave? I don't know that spell. I'm telling you, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you, stop! I don't know what you're talking about! Fine. You wanna see what happens so bad? Watch what happens when I cast a spell I don't know! Noelle casts Snowgrave. What happened? There was so much snow I couldn't see anything. I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna go home. You can't think anymore. There was too much snow. Your feet carry you on to Queen's Mansion, where you reunite with Susie and Rousey. You don't say anything to them. Even if Rousey understands your condition, Susie doesn't. And you don't want to think about what happened just now. You make your way through Queen's Mansion, which seems to have been taken over by someone and filled with blue eggs that seem to be called pippers. Things seem to be progressing really quickly in here. You fight a few enemies, head up to the roof, Susie comforts Noelle, Rousey asks one question that leads Queen to refusing to attack us and ending her plans. You head onto the fountain and get ready to seal it, only to be stopped. You recognise the voice as soon as it speaks. The one who sold you the thorn ring. That salesman. Without him, none of this would have happened. Noelle could have never cast Snowgrave without the thorn ring. He must be stopped. The fight is arduous. You're on your own, and all you have to help you is cross slash, a technique you very rarely use, but it's the only thing that makes this even remotely possible. You come so close to victory before the salesman unleashes a hidden technique, dropping all of their offenses and putting that power into its defenses. Cross slash won't save you anymore. You start out by calling for Rousey, the only one who would be able to help you and keep everything under wraps. The only one you can trust with the knowledge of your soul. You shout for him. Nothing happens. You shout his name again. Nothing happens. He won't respond. Susie's your next best option. She's strong enough, powerful enough to destroy this thing. If she finds out the truth about you too soon, so be it. It's better than falling here. You shout her name. Nothing happens. You shout again. Nothing happens. She won't respond. You know what must be done. The only one who could possibly save you from this nightmare. But you don't dare. You wouldn't dare. She needs to never remember this, and never use her powers again. But the fact you thought of her grants them the power to summon her. Your lips move, quietly whispering her name. You feel the air around you begin to freeze as the ice tears through its armor, and your soul leaves your body to seal the fountain. You're back in the light world. Noelle seems convinced that it was all a dream, and Birdley won't wake up. Once Noelle and Susie leave, you act fast. You stuff Birdley in the closet to get him back later, feeling how ice cold his body is. You grab a few things to take with you, the main laptop, a mouse, and a couple of other things before returning to walk home with Susie. On the way, you're made to go into the hospital, which is useful for you since you absolutely need a bed to be available later. There isn't one currently, but you can tell Sharon won't be in there for long. You manage to get Noelle alone, hoping to clear the air and apologise for what happened. It's easier than explaining the truth. As you're about to speak, your foot steps forward, moving closer to Noelle. Too close. How did you... No. How did they move? They shouldn't be able to control you right now. So how did they... You don't focus on what Noelle is saying until she asks you. Kris? Why are you wearing my watch? When did you... in your dream.
Hey, Kris, let's beat it already.
Man, you kept telling me about Noelle, like, her favourite things, places she'd like to go. No idea what the hell that was about. So, the hell were you two doing? Nothing, Susie. I was just about to go. See you. Saved by Susie. You head home and begin setting things into motion. You should have been able to have fun, prowling around ominously and slashing the tyres of your mum's van. But you don't have time. A quick slash of each tyre and you rush back down to the library, grabbing Birdley's ice-cold body and carrying him to the hospital. You try to reach Noelle to explain everything to her, but you hear the sound of your front door opening. You dive back in your house and wash your hands, returning the soul to your body and acting like nothing happened. You start a movie marathon with Susie. You need a distraction after the day you've had. Once everyone's asleep and you know the police have been called over, you unlock the door, turn the TV on, and create a dark world. A world of your own creation. One where that cursed being won't hold any power over you. Things feel better now. You have Susie and Rouse by your side. You're playing games with them and doing cool challenges. You're having fun, right? All of this should be fun, but it isn't. You're just watching as someone else has fun for you, getting off scot-free after causing someone you care about to go through deep trauma. Even when you're truly alone, that cursed being still commands you to do as they ask. They move your fingers and play that game. That original game. Original game? How could it be? The events are too similar to that night. Attacking everyone in sight, freezing enemies, hurting people you care about, even going inside a manhole. And at the end of it all, you come across the shelter. You try desperately to resist, to not go in, but that cursed being forces you in. And then you hear it. Kris. Oh, Kris. Is it fun, Kris? Playing around like this? That's why you're searching for them, aren't you? The shadow crystals. And the shadow mantle that I'm holding. Do you honestly think it'll get you what you want? No. Part of you is just enjoying this, isn't it? The same part of you that enjoyed yesterday. Knowing you could say it wasn't really you. How does this thing know that? How could anyone know what happened? Why does this question bother you so much? You know it wasn't you. Oh, don't make that sour face. I can see in the dark, you know. The question is, can you? For once, you and that cursed being inside your chest are in agreement. This creature must be destroyed. You work together, perfectly in sync. It's as if you can read each other's minds. Whenever you want to slash, it's already a step ahead of you, attacking the creature. As your movements continue to align in this dance you partake in together, you deal the final blow, and you're able to collect the Shadow Mantle. You drape it over yourself before heading onwards to do battle with Tenor. And then the Roaring Night. The battle with the night feels like a simple task. Just stall until Undyne shows up so they can take her. But that creature inside you is still hungry. It cries out for another life to be claimed. Their life. You're made to hold your shield up before you and watch as Susie and Rouse tear into the night. You can almost visualize it. Rouse using those puppet strings to hold the night in place while Susie tears into them, using their body to test the durability of her axe. Then you blink. Susie and Rouse by your side, waiting for your command. After a flurry of attacks from both sides, everything ends the same. Undyne is captured, and you and Susie discover that the shelter needs a code. Once Susie leaves, the door opens for you, but you don't have time to go in. You head back up, stopping at Noelle's house to see her on the porch. You walk up and just hold her, apologizing, telling her this was all just a stupid prank. You struggle to fight back the tears, but you barely manage to, keeping a brave face for her. You give back her watch, and remove the thorn from between her fingers. You place the thorn in your back pocket, next to your knife, a place where that cursed being won't be able to find it. You head back to your house and seal the fountain, and then get some sleep. Things should finally be okay now. You did it. You saved your friend. Noelle won't be hurt anymore. You undid what that cursed being did to her. Birdley's still sick, but he's gonna get better. You start the day as you would any other 3-day. Heading to church. The service is fine, but it does put you to sleep. Late night gaming probably had more of an effect on you than you wanted. You had to gather clues to get into the shelter. When you're formulating a plan, Noelle comes to you and Susie and invites you both to study at her house. Noelle's getting more confident, but it feels wrong. Susie goes to high-five you, but you don't respond. You just focus on what must be done. Go to Noelle's house, get kicked out, and give time for the night to make a fountain here. You head up to her house and head inside, sitting on the couch, getting ready to study. Carol calls Noelle and asks her about things. You did inform her that she should keep an eye on her and make sure she's doing okay at the moment, but you didn't have time to explain everything. You didn't want to explain everything. You go through the motions again. Head up to Tessa's room, rip the creature out from your chest, and head to put it in the present room. Kris, are you up there? She's coming. You hide the soul in the drawer. Kris, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. You know, just the two of us. If you don't mind, I mean. I'll be in my room, okay? Once she's gone, you get the soul out and throw it into the box. Then, you head back to Noelle's room and talk with her, and hopefully, help her become her old self again. She recounts the events of last night, but when she asks if you can say something else, your lips move in a familiar fashion. Proceed. That dreaded word they made you say so many times spills from your lips as if it's second nature. And just for a second, in the corner of your eye, you see your soul inching closer and closer towards you, reuniting with you. You've blocked out what Noelle is saying, but you know it's about what happened last night. The one thing she hasn't said yet is about you removing the thorn. If that creature hears about the thorn being removed, you waste no time and cover her mouth, your arm shaking. She pulls it away, insisting everything is going to be okay. Kris, it's okay, it's just us. You just don't mention any of that, because it'd get heard. Kris, it's okay, it's just us. Who's going to hear? Me. Kris? Kris, your voice, Kris, that's another joke, right? Your lips move in ways you can't comprehend. Because it wasn't a dream. Answering questions that haven't even been asked. It's not a coincidence. They can read her thoughts. Red, black, it happened. They know her better than you ever will. Noelle will get stronger. You don't fight it. You can't fight it. You're too weak. Equip. Kris, what is that? Proceed. Kris, that's not the thorn, is it? That's not the thorn ring, is it? Proceed. Kris, come on, you still... What about last night? What about... Didn't you want to protect me? Proceed. Equip. Kris, I really think I think I need to... Gosh, I think I have to... Equip. Kris? Time passes. You ensure the parasite heard none of what just happened. You pull them out of your chest once again, and you throw them. Kick them, repeatedly. It hurts. pain courses through your veins, but you can't stop. You don't stop. This parasite must be destroyed, even if it means you fall with it. What a way to go out, kicking your own damned soul to the death in your friend's bathroom. Not how you imagined it, but a world where this parasite can't harm Noel anymore is better than whatever hellhole this reality is. You don't stop. Your foot drastically changing the shape of the parasite as you tear into it. Hit after hit. You feel weaker and weaker. But it's all worth it to destroy that stupid... Kris? Kris, are you okay in there? Just thought I'd let you know. Mayor Carroll is asking everyone to leave. And, I thought you looked a little down today. So, I made a special treat for you. Your friend and I will be waiting outside with it. Feel better, Kris. You return the parasite to your body, and meet Susie and your dad outside. Susie asks what you and Noah discussed, but you keep your lips sealed. She can't know. No one can know. You have to find a way to undo all this again, to defeat this parasite. The events inside the church blur together. Things just happen around you. The parasite drags your body around where it pleases, making friends as if they didn't just corrupt Noel. It doesn't take long before you end up in a situation where they remind you of what happened, and you let them see the thing you never wanted them to see. Thank you. Kris! Hey Kris! You okay? You were just standing there with your eyes closed. Then you just started breathing hard and... Here, get up. Saved by Susie again. The rest of the day doesn't matter to you. There's good moments and bad moments. But you just want to sleep this off. Until you receive a call from Carol. You don't answer, and let her leave a voicemail. Kris, are you there? Then I'll just leave a message. You are going to the festival tomorrow, aren't you? I just wanted to confirm. Noelle said she's really looking forward to seeing you. The parasite craves another victim. Question is, can you stop it?